play a game.
Hello. Morning from Oz, as I usually say. We're doing quickies. Who knows what we'll end up with? Knowing my luck, it'll be the 101 expert. Anyway, hello to Maverick, Lord Vectron, Belaphon Productions, and Gavs Photography, and Benjamin's Brain in a Jar, and Chucky Transport. How you doing? Thought I'd have a quick stream, because can't tomorrow, because I'll be running a real train tomorrow. Real Sim World. I think, who was it started that channel? It's one of the ambassadors. Dad Rail, I think. No speaker bot. Raceway. Ah. Okay, we're out in America today. Today is race day at the Speedway with crowds of spectators waiting to be taken to the Speedway by train. Unfortunately, the train that was supposed to run the Speedway service is fucked. Oh well. So I guess we're rescuing it. You need to prepare another train and drive this late-running service around the schedule of other trains. Make sure to get the spectators safely to the Speedway before their shuttle bus starts at 9:45. Oh, I know this one. I failed it horribly last time. Yes, I know this one well. Alright, which end? Which train? This one. Oh, cab car. Great. Awesome. Love them. Nothing better than a cab car. Can I, oh, I can climb up. Good. Door? Door. Jump in the chair. Oh, no, up, there. Over there. There we go. Cab car. Cab car. This thing. Sit in the chair. Alright. Let's turn off the, thing. Set the cab to set up. Fuel pump. Generator field on. We shouldn't do it in the wrong order though, should we? It'll get mad. Insert the reverser. Set the headlights to bright and aux. Can I do that with rail driver? I can. Look at that. Okay. And no, you don't want me to do it with rail driver, do you? There you go. Cut in. That'll be that. Train is now ready for service. Drive to San Bernardino downtown and switch cabs and load spectators. Oh, we're not going to have to drive the cab car too far. Excellent. I am running the rail driver mod from Cobra. We're going backwards. Don't go backwards, go forwards. Go on, you. Come on. You can do it. You can do it. Come on. Come on. There you go. Good. Wow, that's a lot of comments. Hello, Jack. Who else have we got? We have Maverick. Hello. Benjamin's Brain in the Jar. Ooh, Mrs. Quickies. Absolutely. And Belaphon Productions playing with real-size choo-choos. Indeed. Chucky says I'll have to trust you to read my penalty brake counter. Yes, you will. Bad Guy, hello. How's it going? I'm going well. Benjamin's Brain in a Jar says, I've never made this one on time. I'm not actually all that convinced it's possible, to be honest. But we'll try. Let's speed. Why not? Maverick says, watched your video on the Frankfurt S-Bahn situation. Wish the console chaps could be at parity with PC people. Indeed. We're just going to trail through these points, because I just realised they're not set for us. And I'll go, bloop. And we probably just bent the blades, but whatever. That's fine. Maverick likes the speed chat. Maverick wants speaker bot. Oh, God. Belaphon Productions says currently updating the 47/7 pack. New features included. Hopefully the update is worth it. Cleaning up a lot of things wrong. Oh, cool. That would be a yellow signal. Already doing 20. Already doing double the speed limit. What's the problem? Nothing. Maverick says, can't wait. Love the 47/7. Just a good mod. Chucky says hello, but I think we said hello before, but that's okay. It is a good mod. Actually, I did have to ask, is your mod what's actually coming out in the release, or is that just trains doing something similar? Going much faster than we're meant to. Haven't got safety systems on, so I can do this safely. Look at that river with no water. It's been Los Angeles. The American city that made itself into a desert. Do I remember correctly that sometimes the signal around this corner goes red? Maybe we should slow down a little bit before I derail this thing. Because it is a cab car after all. It's got no weight. At least it's not red this time. I've come flying around this corner before at this sort of speed and gone, no, no, it's red. There's our little station. This station's in Run 8 too, interestingly enough. Hello, C. Hello, Melbourne train guy. Yeah, Just Trains are doing something quite similar. Oh, it doesn't want me to stop here, does it? It wants me to stop at the next one. Never mind. I was stopping here. It's a good thing I looked. Chucky says if you don't get a shed spawn, someone's not going to be happy. We might get a shed at some point. Might even get an Electrostar. We could get anything. We could get Vanina Linny. Could get a Rosa. Better not go too hard down here, because this track kind of ends all of a sudden. It's in the announcement. We'll pretend that that was close enough to a proper 14L. I think I need to adjust the sensitivity down. Is that red? Is that red? No, it's flashing. It's alright. It's yellow. It's fine. It's all good. Recover. No need to die, heart. It's fine. Chalky laughs. Maverick also laughs. Belaphon says that their website. It's in the announcement. There you go. That was 4. See, dying man flu. I still have an unexplained cough, but that's an old COVID thing. I remember the brakes in this are terrible, so I've gone in hard. But it seems okay. Jumbo Train asks, will you get the Thomas Anniversary DLC? I will, because as an ambassador, I kind of get it for nothing. So I will. Be interested to see what comes with Thomas. That was a little bit of a surprise, that one. What else is going to come with Thomas in the future? That'll do. Alright, let's put it into handle off, I assume it's going to want, and cut out. Shut the windows so the strange people don't get in. Time to switch cabs, yes. Reverse to the neutral, get the reverser out. I'm running ahead of the scenario as usual. Marker lights. Whoop. Marker lights. Where are marker lights in this thing? Up there. Oh, okay. That makes sense. How do I get there, though? Oh, I have to do it that way. Very good. Set the fuel pump to off. That seems like a weird thing to do. You know, gen field I could understand, but fuel pump to off. An engine run to off. No, he wouldn't do any of those things. That's okay. That's okay. It's a simulator. It's a game. It's not real. Come on, let me go down the stairs. And down those stairs. Maybe out this side would be a good idea. I probably should have opened the doors. Can I get out? Yes. No, rubbish everywhere. That'd be right. Go on, get out of the way. Move it. Get a haircut. You get a haircut too. And you. Your haircut's good. Oh, isn't that nice? They gave me a little disabled ramp to get into my train. That's handy. Right. Sit down then. And I think the switches we want are all around there. They are. Insert the reverser. Bright and auxiliary. There we go. Oh, you saw it with rail driver that time. That's good. Doors open. We should probably cut the brakes in. Let's get the independent on. Let's get the main brake releasing. Wipers? No, we don't want wipers. Set the reverser to forwards. And shouldn't we shut the doors though? Aren't the doors still open? Oh, it must have counted that one door being open as enough. Oh, that's right. This thing's got a decent horn, doesn't it? We are just going to fang this thing, you know. Go hard or go home. Speed limits are unimportant today. Belafonte says, let me check the road map, Malaki. Jumbo Train says, Thomas 80. Belafonte says, the class 87 bits. Not seeing the JT47-7 news. I could be mistaken. Maybe it's the 86s that are coming out with those liveries. Possibly. Maybe I'm just getting the wrong one. Jumbo Train says, do you know Thomas will come in green livery? It's all going to get. Yes. And 4 scenarios, I believe. Or is it 5? Maybe 4. I think 4. Off to San Bernardino. Where the boonies live. Chucky says, we know how Mattel and DTG saw Thomas's success and are open to making more. I don't know why success was hard to say. Mouth was being evil, clearly. Bad guy says, a cliff to drive Thomas off. Well, you know, Thomas did fall off a lot of cliffs in the shows, so you never know. That is possible. Jumbo says, you know, do you know Thomas will come in his green livery? Yes. It's livery rather than liberty. Chucky says, I've just filmed the most random short ever of Thomas pulling a German car transporter. Fair enough. It seems necessary. Mark B, hello to you. Lots of people saying hello. Chucky says he was struggling to pull it. Probably had trouble getting the brakes to come off. Oh yeah. Beelzebub. Are all these people going to the races, are they? Or are they just going to stand there? We'll soon know. That'll do, train. That'll do. Not bad, actually. Alright, let's get the doors open. Independent. Release the train brake. That's because it all rolls away now. 5 scenarios, says Jumbo Train. Well, I thought it was 3 too. I kind of think it's 3. I kind of think that. Oh, didn't I unlock the doors? So sure I did. I used the rail driver door unlock button, but it didn't do anything. What's that thing on the back of your head, Harry Potter? It's Kojak. Careful, mate. There's a white dude in front of you. He'll dob you into the coppers. Him. Yeah, he will. It's not safe. You should step away from him. Look at that! Somebody uses a mobile phone as a phone! Wow. Ah, freight. Good stuff. Come on, doors. Close. Are you closing? Yes, you are. Alright, let's treat it like a commuter driver. Notch 8, let's go. Maverick just checked, it is 3. That's what I thought. Jumbo Train says, are you American or Australian? I'm Australian, but I have lived in America. It's complex. Mark B thought it was 3 as well, and I have 15 minutes to get there. We're going hard. Stop at Rialto in 3.4 miles. How fast do you reckon I can get over this overpass without derailing? This route's a bit empty for scenery. Oh, sorry, optimised. Here we go, over the top. We're not going that much faster than the speed limit though, we're only doing 50. Chucky says, nice to see there are actually layers in the scenario. I like to see people getting on. It doesn't happen with all scenarios. We're going hard or going home on the way to Rialto. Trying to make sure these people don't miss their bus, but I have a yellow. This feels a little quick for the upcoming curve. But we'll see. Just lean into it like a motorcycle. She'll be right. What could go wrong? See, it was fine. Jumbo Train says Transformers 5 should release the Jumbo Train 2000 class Australian trains. Well, you never know, they might. I don't even think I know what a Jumbo Train is. I'm guessing it's something from Sydney. .7 miles to Rialto as we go through Homeless Alley, which has been suspiciously cleaned of tents. Must be a VIP on the train. Oh, I see a red signal. Oh, I guess that's Rialto, isn't it? Yeah, it's for the station. That's alright. You can tell I haven't run this route for a while. It's got a little bit of struggle street going on. Is my speed even coming down? Yeah, it is. This area is normally chock-a block with homeless tents. Hello, Lord Vectron. Hello, Holy Trucker, how are you? Jumbo Train thinks they should bring in the Jumbo Train 2000 class in Train Simulator 5 for Australian line. Let's give it lots of brakes. Oh, we'll leave the bell on, I suppose. It's a weird little chirp. Like, whoop. Yeah, go on, mate. Keep walking. I'll just run you over. It's alright. Well, that stop worked. That's fine. Alright. Independent brake on. Train brake released. Loading passengers. I think I've got about 7 minutes to get there now. I don't know if this is possible or not. Jumbo Trains is not from Sydney. Where's it from then? Maverick says, holy trucker, hallelujah, he's here. Time to go. Let's get some power happening. Why can't I have power? Oh. Okay, that's because the doors were open. More power. More power. More power. Let the computer take care of the slip, it'll be fine. Holy Trucker says, I need help. I was driving the old ICE train on Link Rheinstrecke and I got too close to a red light. The train shut down. Plenty how to start it again or move. What must I do? Like, it completely shut down? Or just get a PZB? If it's PZB, you press PZB release. Chocky says, oh no, a red signal, shall I get my counter ready? No, young man, you shall not. Three miles to Fontana. Pug, who comes into the chat sometimes, lives in Fontana. He says there's not enough palm trees here. I don't think there's enough eucalypts. I'd use the sequencer, but it takes too long. Ooh, I got worried for a moment there. I thought we were doomed. Full beans for Fontana, and I can see a yellow signal coming. The Jumbo train was built in Adelaide. Oh, that explains why I've never heard of it. Does Adelaide have trains? Really? I thought they only had trams. Yes, I know they have trains. It's okay. Do you know, last time I flew into Adelaide, I couldn't get a taxi, and I ended up walking into the city from the airport. It took 10 minutes. Off you. 2 miles to Fontana. I don't know if we're going to make this on time, you know. I think this is problematic. Lord Vectron says, I heard from a reliable source, was it yourself? The Australian route was shelved because the 400-kilometre Nullarbor Strait had issues with memory on Gen 8. Probably Gen 9 too. Ooh, yellow signal. Fontana coming up, power off, brakes on. Jumbo Train wants Jumbo Trains built in Adelaide. Should go into Train Simulator. There you go. And it should go to Adelaide. That would be a surprise. Made it. Got 4 in just in time. As we slide into the Fontana Metro link with a train that's not really slowing down despite having rather a lot of brakes applied. The brakes on this are a bit weird because it pops air on and then it dumps it and runs dynamics and then it goes back to air. This is the remains of all the Amazon parcels down here. Belafon says, I love getting a new PC, lost the uncooked up-to-date version of the 4740. Annoyingly have it in a pack file. At least you still got it. Yes, new PC's a pain in the bum. Remembering to actually follow your backup strategy, also a pain in the bum. Next stop, Fontana. Mafrex says the San Bernardino scenery is actually decent. Oh, it is around here. We'll pretend that was a regulation 4 stops. Alright. Let's just watch it slide off the end of the platform, shall we? What is going on up there? Right, so we have floating cars and we have planes. The planes I can understand, but why do we have flying cars? Did someone let Elon Musk out? His ego holds them up. Mm-hmm. Apparently it wants me to go, so let's do it. Not Jade, let's go. It's not notching, is it? Come on, you can notch. There you go. You're good. You can do it. Why are 899's tail lights on? Weird. I think we have to get there by 9:45 if I remember. 3.6 miles. It's going to be a bit close. Holy Trucker says completely shut down the engines off, was not using safety systems first time driving it. Try putting it into neutral and have a look if the battery has power. If the battery doesn't have power, switch it on at the battery and start from there. Michael Lay, hello. Not see you post Just Trains with the work on the 86. Yes, I've done a video on the 86. Mafrex says we should get the ICE TD in TSW, the diesel one. I think I saw British Ace riding a ICE 3 the other day. 45 miles an hour, so that'll be a track change. We can do that at 80. That'll be fine, right? That'll be perfect. What could go wrong? We could end up on our side. Jack M forgets that Adelaide exists sometimes. Yeah, me too. You should go to the Adelaide Railway Museum at Port Adelaide. I have. It's a good little museum, that one. A friend of mine drives their little blue steam engine. His name's Tony. This is the one where trucks and cars materialise right in front of you and you just run straight through them, I think. Bad Guy says, don't give dovetail ideas. They'll start having like escalators moving with trees under them, or trees over escalators or something like that. Tank frame rate even more. Trees where they don't belong. That'd never happen. Are we going to make it? We've got a minute to get there. I'm going to have to go full emergency on the brakes soon, just to try and stop in the platform. Let's get some normal brakes on now. And I think full emergency. Dump all the air. We should pull up in the platform, I think. Potentially crashed into this train in front of us. Wait. No, I don't think we're stopping in the platform somehow. I think we're just going to crash into that train up there. Better get up there so it's spectacular. And bang! We got there on time. I told you what could go wrong. Alright, and next quickie. Next, please. I'll catch up with the comments. It's probably a good idea. Jumbo train, I should go to the Adelaide Railway Museum. I have. Bad guy says, I think we should have a route on the moon. That way it could run equal on all platforms because there'd be no scenery, only moon dust. I like your thinking. 0 to 30 again. What are we going to get? Holy Trucker says the planes were called out to the cars in a no-fly zone. Jack M says planes are responding to the cars. Maverick and Chocky just laugh. Harry Potter in it, bruv. Yeah, not quite awake. We're getting another scenario. Whoops, I better get the brakes out of emergency. And wipers. What do we get? An HST. Okay. Unlock the doors. Shouldn't I set it up first, like master key and stuff? It's already done. Okay. What's not done then? Why are my wipers running? Parked. So if I do that, it'll work, right? Good. Lights on. Is that the big headlight? No, that's spare. Desk light. We should turn on some... I can't remember where the safety systems are in the HS2. Somewhere. Is it that one? No. That doesn't sound like vigilance. Wait until 7:45. Yeah, right. Brakes are charged and released. Very good. Let's get the doors closed. Reverser into forwards. Set the brakes to release and apply power. Very good. We'll behave on this one. Bad Guy says they were promised to us some 25 years ago in the year 2000. Must have been a train simulator promise. Microsoft Train Simulator. Balaphon says move to an i9 14900K with a 4080 Super. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Make sure you've got the motherboard patches so that your Intel i9 does not fry itself. Maverick says that was the Spanish version of the OCE 3. That's the thing that British Ace was on. So what are we doing with this scenario? We're going to Eden Parkway, going via Barrow and Saw, and then we stop at Leicester. Okay. Fair enough. And we're going too fast, because we're naughty, as usual. As we roll through the yard here with a little bit of stock. Let's have a look. What do we got? Too far. Too high. We have a 158, and we have another HST. What else have we got kicking around in here? Not much else kicking around in here, it seems. Alright, where is my train? Oh, there. I wondered where it had gone. Back up to full power. I am okay, Leon. Thank you for asking. Chocky says, oh dear, that was for the big crash. Maverick laughs. Chocky Transport says, crash counter 1. Said it was a relaxed stream. Bad Guy was talking about the flying cars. Belaphon Production says, okay, managed to export all the nameplates out of the pack and re-import into the editor. Can't lie, a bit of poo came out. I imagine that would be an awful lot of work to redo that. It would be hideous. No one needs that. I'm always having fun, Leon. I'm just going to keep on the time because I've got to be up at 4:45, so I can't afford to stream late tonight. As we cruise towards East Midlands Parkway for a change, doing under the speed limit. Chocky says, seeing as this is a skyhook scenario, do you think you'll end up in some unused siding? Knowing Adam, yes. Adam likes doing things like that. Look at that, we didn't run over anybody and we haven't got a bell. Belafon says, I think I'd cry. I understand. I really do. Leon says he has fun on the Dutch line. Very good. Oh. Well, we might end up there today. We're just running quickies, so you never know. We could end up anywhere. It's always a bit of a thing to see which train we end up with, and can I drive it? And will I crash it? Maverick has been sucked into Transport Fever and loves it. I played a series of Transport Fever on the channel and it's like, it's okay. It's a little grindy. HST's allowed to do 110. Come on, you. Got to get the whip out. Leon says the ICMM train looks like a jumbo train in Adelaide. Was it really? It's the Koploper. And Chocky says, first question no, second question yes. Okay. Oh dear, we have yellows. Just gone green. Dare I come off the brakes? Yes, I will. Leon says the SNG3 looks like a new V-Line train. Well, they have similar heritage. Today's stream is brought to you by the machine that goes. Start slowing down for that 80, I suppose. Brake 2 should do it. And off again. I don't need to stop, Michael. Leon loves the Dutch train, fair enough. Chucky says, I've got addicted to Transport Fever. I'm just copying what Joe Dobson does and earning way more money than him. Fair enough. I never really struggled to earn money in Transport Fever. The only thing I didn't quite like was the grindiness of it. It's a 158. Whoosh. There's the power station. It's supposed to have steam now, isn't it? Not really. Oh yeah, I am seeing stuff come out of the chimney. Nothing much coming out of the... Oh, yeah, no, there is stuff coming out of the cooling towers. It's started to draw now. Fair enough. Good to have you back, Steam. Belaphon says the SNG sadly is calf shite. The units I work on, 196s, are dreadful. Maverick says Chocky Transport, Joe really does struggle with money making. Leon, happy birthday for you on the 22nd of May. Well, happy birthday, Leon. You'll be 18 years old. Fair enough. It's kind of a man. Fortuitous bridge shot, naturally. Why does the river look like milk? It's another HST. Now, happy power station. Go via East Midlands, or we will. And we are allowed to speed up again as well. Let's go and get onto the platform so we can stand there while the train comes through. Barely made it. So I have to wonder what the deal with this scenario is, but, you know, it is what it is. Jack says Ferny Grove, Beanley, Brisbane Airport, Varsity Lakes, Gold Coast and Doomben lines could be a good route for TSW. That would total 122.71 kilometres, 76 miles, with a max speed of 140 kilometres an hour, or 86.99 miles an hour. It is pretty amazing how fast QR go on their tracks, to be honest. Jack said in Brisbane Central Corridor, trains can run every 90 to 120 seconds. Decent public transport. Flying through the air in Tree Sim World. Uh-oh, bridge. Leon says hi to the two-car train, fair enough. Belaphon says this route does feel really empty without a class 222. Perhaps in time it will come. I have to remember to suck down lots of water because I'll dehydrate horribly tomorrow if I don't. Ooh, I see another red. Do I believe it? I'm doing 100 miles an hour. It's gone away. It's fine. Is this MML? Tis. Liam Parsons says, thank you for the cat in a box. Do you want a cat? Hang on. There you go. Birthday cat. Oh, hang on. Gotta move my arm. There we go. There it is. They really should be on top of me, shouldn't they? That would make more sense. Leon says, back before I watched a bullet train explosion, not flying in the air like an anime train in Japan. Oh no. I'll be in Japan soon. Tokyo and Osaka. And I was thinking about going to Hakodate as well, but then I looked at where it was and went, nah. Jack M asks, does DTG tell you about any potential licenses they may obtain? I can't tell you. But sometimes yes. But I can't tell you which licenses they do and don't have. That's for them to reveal, not me. But they do sometimes tell us about stuff they've got and stuff they're thinking about. It's a tree. Leon asks, is Japan train movie on Netflix? I'm sure there probably are some Japanese train movies. It's got some bad words in the movie. Never mind. You'll be 18 soon, mate. You can say all the bad words you want. And drink beer. Where are we? Oh yeah, straight down the guts. Mobile phone antenna or train radio, perhaps? Jack says, do you know if there are any Aussie routes DTG want to make, and if so, what ones? Matt does want to make some Australian routes. He used to live in Sydney, so he's interested in that area. He'd never visited any of the other parts of the country. Lord Vectron wants the Nullarbor Strait, 400 kilometres worth of track. That'd be pretty good with LZB, wouldn't it? Just click it on and go to sleep. Belafonte says, I totally do not say bad words, I'm sure. None of us do. Oh, look, it is powering. I was wondering for a moment. Our next Go Via is coming up. It is a Go Via. Stop at Leicester in 8 miles. Back up to full speed too. Belafonte says totally professional. Yes, I never say any bad words either. Let me do this. Shit touch bugger. Right then. Seemed necessary. It's alright, the driver I'm out with tomorrow is known for his colourful discussion. Good timing. Seven miles to Leicester, our final stop in this quickie. And then, funnily enough, we'll do another one. That shouldn't surprise people. What will we get this time? So we've been to America. We're running down around the guts of the UK right now. Where else could we end up? Uberk says no bad words from me neither. Choice words, perhaps. Belafonte says I have a very sophisticated vocabulary. Do you use any words with 4 letters? Chalky says some people have no brains, just obviously walking up to the far end of the platform, and the train is clearly stated only have 4 coaches and they run back last second. That's normal. It was one of the amusing things I had to learn to deal with in the UK, was particularly in Transport for Wales, learning which coach was actually going to stop in the platform. Only to have the conductor come through and look at your ticket and go, mate, you need to be in the other one. And you pack up all your stuff and you go to the other one and there's no seats. So you go back where you were. Leon wants Scotland Rail. Fluky says, evening, hello to you. Sydney would have to be central to Parramatta or Hornsby via Strathfield to get the mixed mixture of intercity, regional XPT and freight. Pretty certain that when Matt was here, he actually had something to do with public transport. Or transport, anyway. Nice bit of gentle braking. Elephant says how I feel right now after trying to remember which 477s had flush ends. I've probably got the mod installed. Oh, hang on. No, I don't. No. No, I don't. But I've probably got the files if you need them. Uberk says, then they'll know when the next train arrives. Lord Vectron says, Fluky Central to Hornsby via Strathfield than Hornsby to Broadmeadow. I'd rather see the files. If I had to put up with a Sydney line, I'd like to go to Wollongong, mainly because I'd love to hear people from not from here trying to say Wollongong. And I'd also like the Blue Mountains line, just because it would be quite challenging. Belafon says, I think only 701, 702, 703, 705 and 707 happen. Leon says, just wait for an Adelaide train to stop, then get in. Don't think we're going to see too many Adelaide trains on here. I slowed down a bit too much, didn't I? Never mind. Grumpy, hello. Quickies are fun, indeed. Belafon says, I don't think the version you had has it, as this got heavily stripped down as I rebuilt the file directory to be more idiot-proof. Fair enough. I doubt you're an idiot. Uberk says, why is the wool on the gong? Because it can be. Leon says, and tap my Adelaide Metro card on a train to the city. You'll need an adult one now, Leon. Shortly coming to an end to this quickie, and then we'll go on to the next one and see what it is. Ah, rain. Any guesses on what it might be? Guess a country or a route? Hello, Hannah Scott. How are you? Long time no chat. Melbourne Train Guy said, did I miss anything interesting between Burnie and the MML? Only me crashing a train into another one head first. At about 80 mile an hour. It's that horrible raceway one where you have to race there to get there on time. And I was getting there on time, but I couldn't stop. I put it into emergency and it just kept going and going and going. And then it hit another train. But we did see flying cars. Harry Potter was in Los Angeles for the day. Next stop, Leicester. Uberk says, accidentally run on a Frankfurt S-Bahn. No, I've uninstalled that. That will not happen. In the rain, you're guessing wet. Yes, probably. Chocky says they all flew into the roof of the bus. Yes. Leon says I'll get killed by a train. I hope not. Particularly hope not tomorrow. I'm hoping to get a drive tomorrow because I have a trainee who's very good. So I don't think I'll be rescuing him at all during the day, and if my driver's nice to me, I'll get a drive tomorrow, but we'll see. He's a pretty good guy, the one I'm out with. So there would be a decent chance of it, I think. So we bring our HST gently to a stop here at sunny Leicester. Yes, I was pretty clever, Newberg. Yes. I recognise this. Melbourne Train Guy says you'll guess something German. We hardly ever get anything German on here. I think the only German thing I've had in quickies lately was the Ice 3M on, was it Munchen? Might have been Munchen. No, not reverse. Neutral. Do you not have a neutral? Oh, there it is. Engine only. That's all we want. Neutral. While we load our passengers. So Michael's thinking Cardiff City Network. Fluky says looking forward to the S-Bahn. That's good. Probably means you're on PC. Grumpy says hello. Hello back. Hope you're good. I am. And everyone else. There we go. Actually finished one instead of crashing. How weird. Well, maybe. Hasn't got to the screen yet. Platinum. Very good. I almost didn't speed. How like me? Yes, definitely. Alrighty. So, back to the main menu. Next quickie. Let's see what we get. Hannah is guessing London Overground. Leon says, no, you crash your train, you get killed from the wreck. Belaphon says, Leicester's a bit of a shithole in real life. I think I went through Leicester on one of my trips. I'm hoping to come back this year, money pending. We'll see. Don't know if it's going to be affordable or not at this point, but I do want to come to the ambassador thing. Chucky says you'll get all the ones you don't like. I don't know, it's been alright so far. What are we going to get? Aha! That's a train I like. We are on Isambard Kingdom Brunel. At Retford, apparently. Turn on the master key. Marker lights? I suppose that'll work, won't it? Brakes off. Independent brake on. Where's marker lights, do you reckon? Over there somewhere? There we go. Set the reverser to forward. And off we go to Doncaster in the dark. Look how full it is. Great headlight. Oh, hang on. That's not a good setup. I have the lockout thing on, but clearly I don't. Clearly it's working fine. No, up. There we go. Hello, Mark Moss. How are you? Hello, Florian. Benjamin's brain in a jar said I should get out of this and watch this with breakfast and a coffee. I do that a lot with Hentis and Richie. Fluky says currently in the Munchin DLC, train spotting with mod. TT has just over 2,000 services, not including the AI. That's alright. Cooking time for Belaphon. What are you cooking? Melbourne Train Guy says loves the TSW wallpaper. Can we speed up yet? Yes, we can. Leon says that he likes nights when the stars are out. Benjamin says if we make it to Didcot Railway Centre this time, we'll be okay with meeting up. Yeah, probably. I would like to get to Didcot because I missed it last time. I don't think I need to wipe this, really. I don't think it's raining. Did I turn on the lights for the coaches? Yeah, they're on, I think. Yeah, look, see, they're on. We're allowed to do 125. I can't see 484 getting up that speed, really. Chucky said she took off a bit quick. Florian said just watch your Frankfurt S-Bahn discussion. Found it very interesting. That's good. What are your thoughts? Florian says, hi Melbourne train guy. Yes, thank you. It's always surreal seeing your own screenshot in-game. It can be, can't it? I think I managed it once to get one. I don't think your ambassadors are allowed to anymore. Leon says, be fun if there was a ghost train in Train Sim World 5. Well, you never know. Halloween's coming. We've got a Christmas thing. Why not a Halloween thing? We have a yellow. I didn't turn on safety systems, did I? Oh, we've gone green. Isn't my light working here? I guess not. No, I want to sit in that chair. That chair would be helpful. Let's get a cab light. And that one. And then that one. Right. And cab light's back off again. Forgot to turn on AWS. Maverick says, Melbourne train guy, you went back to the old Browning? Yes, he has. Nothing else felt right, apparently. Fair enough. Where are we? Redford to Doncaster. Heading up there. Fair enough. Can you open the windows in this thing? You can. And it gets commensurately louder. Turned that down a little bit because it was clipping. Leon says, thank you for the light question. Bellathon says, whoop whoop, flush front 47.7 has worked. Excellent, good. We shall have to do a stream with the mod at some point. Chocky Transport says nothing. Leon says, would it be funny to see very super fast train go very fast trains in World 5? Well, maybe. Florian says, I feel quite jaded with TSW at the moment because of the memory issues and the reduced timetable leaves a bad taste in my mouth. He won't be buying Frankfurt for now. Yeah, I'll pick it up when a sale comes. Your, my thoughts there are not particularly uncommon, and I certainly get it. Because sitting over there is an Xbox. I'm going to use the Xbox on my preview stream, as long as it gets the right build so people can see what it's like on the console. I think I just missed 2 crossings while I was drinking then. As we head for Doncaster in the middle of the night, we have managed to make 90 miles an hour. Could this thing possibly make 100? Maverick says, fair enough should be the channel motto. Could be. Or not bad, mate. That could work. Why is Doncaster evil, Leon? What's coming the other way here? A shed! With a whole bunch of intermodals. That was a very short train, too. We're up to 91 mile an hour. I think our dreams of getting to 100 before 8 miles may not happen. Fair enough, sim driver, he says. Chonky says, I like seeing Superfast Thomas. It is kind of funny. The 47.7 is out, Maverick, but there's a new version coming by the sounds of it. And when it comes out, let me know. We'll make it happen. See you later, Maverick. Oh, hopefully you're still listening. I'll be in Japan soon. Tokyo and Osaka. Oh no, it survived, it's alright. It didn't bode well that it stopped for that long. It's good to have a shed. Is this just going to Doncaster? Yeah, looks like it. Oh, looks like we might be doing a run around as well. Looks like we're doing a run around when we reach Doncaster. 97 mile an hour, going downhill, we might actually hit that magic 100. Hannah Scott sent your application last week to be a trainee mainline driver. It's a long shot, but worth a try. Oh, well done. Well done. I hope you get there. I hope you get accepted into the training. We have actually made 100 miles an hour. Impressive. I hope that goes well. Sam Train says good luck. Newberg says good luck. Florian says good luck. Grumpy says, gotta go to shopping with Mrs. Grumpy, Van's wife. Fair enough. Enjoy your shopping. Hope you find a chair to sit on. And remember, Grumpy, when asked, yes, it makes you look good. Three miles to Doncaster. I should probably start thinking about coming off the juice. Grumpy says, good luck, Amy. Hello, Robert Yadoom Ernest. How are you? We're just rolling into Doncaster in Isambard Kingdom, Brunel. where I think we're going to do a run around. Leon is bored. See you, mate. Robert's going to have lunch in 20 minutes. Fair enough. I'll actually be going to bed in a little under an hour. Because got to be up at 4:45. It's the joys of being a steam engine fireman. It's a 12-hour shift and it starts at 6:15 in the morning and I live an hour from the railway. Actually, I should check, because one of the trains is a diesel tomorrow, which means I don't have to light it. That's Sunday 18th, and we're not running up to a red yet. No, 6:15 still. Good-o. Better get that spad counter ready, Chucky. Oop, rain. Good. That's what we need. Robert says, as always, jealous that you have the opportunity, looking for job openings as a signalman or a station master. Fair enough. Should be a good career. I hope you find something that you find suitable. Rolling towards a red signal in the rain. Now we can see it at least. Florian says 4:45 AM. Ouch. Yeah, it is a bit early. By the time you get to 7 o'clock, you need another breakfast. Sam's Trains has tomorrow off. Go watch, but you have COVID and feel very awful. Well, stay in bed. Stay warm. It's not a pleasant thing, COVID. Please, sir, can I have a green signal? Or at least a yellow one? Chocky says 11:43 AM where you are. Nice enough. It's 8:45 here. Yeah, we've got the yellow. Must have been an approach control signal, and here's me just rolling towards it at 5 miles an hour. Benjamin says the Flying Scotsman and Pendennis Castle are at Didcot right now, unfortunately only as static displays. I wonder where Flying Scot had gotten to. It was on one of the other railways recently. Hannah says 4:45, that time doesn't even exist. You feel that way when you get up. Weird lighting from the signals. Leon says, love rain makes the world happy, lots of green plants, indeed. Robert says, when I go to work at an airport here in Chechnya, I get up at like 3:30 and set out at 4 to be at least 30 minutes early, but it's only seasonal. Chocky says, contact a signaller. I don't think you have to, it just happens. Ian Jackson, message retracted. Fair enough. Sam's Train says, never had COVID until now. I was not missing out all this time. This sucks. It is pretty awful. It really is. I've actually had it 3 times. The first 2 didn't really affect me very much. I just tested positive and I didn't really feel that much. But when I got it a few months ago, yeah, it was pretty bad. It was vastly unpleasant. Uberk loves Flying Scotsman. Robert says no, you'll get flashing white approach signal here in Chechnya. Our flashing white, we call it Blinky Bill, and it's the light that tells you the level crossing's working. Look at all these people standing around here at 11:37 p.m. waiting for a rail tour to come in. Got the hiccups. Stopping a bit early, train. I didn't brake that hard. Uberk just said had 2 days of evac schooling up at 5:30 a.m, 6 hours before your usual wake-up time. Yeah, that's not fun, is it? You'll get used to that now. Uberk rush hour both ways too. Great. Belafon's working out which 47 was in which livery. Leon says, I see lightning storm. Yes. Robert says, and also dumb passengers that will try and hop on a departing train. Oh, that's normal. That happens everywhere in the world. There's an Azuma. Florian had COVID once in 2022, a week after one of the vaccinations. Wasn't too bad, though. Didn't you say Chechnya in your thing? Guess not. Oh, check. Sorry. Chocky says, I think I've had COVID before anybody knew what it was. Robert says here it's a yellow flashing. I have to have a check. Leon loves COVID. Of course you do. Hannah says, I had COVID once over Christmas, spending the day in isolation. A delightful thing to do. But then again, if you don't like your family, it could be good. Robert says, was a working level crossing and blue is shunting not allowed. Leon says, that was bad luck. Oh, we've got 15 yards to go, train. You should just be rolling. 5, 4, 3, that'll do. Uncouple the vehicles. Alright then. Proceed to the stopping point. We have got a yellow. Why did my lights come back on? Leon says that was bad luck, I guess. Robert says, you know, some trains here actually don't have door blocking. Bellafine says BR database only has up to 1970 for leverage, which isn't helpful. Yes. You got to start looking for photos, I suppose. You can tell it's time to shunt. It's raining. I'm not using that brake. I should use this one. There we go. We have stopped in the washing machine. Do we have to be more exact than 2 yards? Really? Let's try there. There we go. Set out to do something a little unusual due to night engineering works reversing against signals, which happens under special authorization. This normally happens late at night with special guidance from the signaller when mainline services will not be disrupted. No, no, more. Come on, that way. No. Just do it. There we go. Probably want to switch off the headlight too, I imagine, even though it never wanted them on in the first place. Turn off the master key. Probably want the wipers off too, I imagine. Alright, let's go up the other end. We'll just leave the cab lights on. It's like whatever. What's the door? There it is. Why is it foggy inside the train? Stop behind the coaches. Why do I still have brakes on? Did I leave the train brake on it? Not the train brake. The loco brake on at the other end? I think I might have. Let's just pop down here and see. Yeah, I did. That would be why my brakes were still on. Perfect shunting weather. That's better. There we go. Now it's going to move. Oh yeah, I've left AWS on back there, haven't I? Well, this time we're going to do it this way. And it should already be on. Chalky says you're good Wi-Fi and don't have YouTube Premium. Just refresh when you get an advert. That works. Only if it's slippery. Not all types of rain is slippery. If it's been raining for a long time, you don't really need sand. It's when it first starts to rain that it gets very slippery. Robert says, a yellow, aren't you shunting? You should get a solid white and your light should be 2 whites on both ends of the train. Not really going to change ends, are we? I really don't think that this would actually happen, that a driver would change ends. Again. Seems a little bit weird to me. I think you would have stayed in the end you were in and just looked at your mirrors. Most likely. But that's okay. Uberk says a light drizzle is slippery, heavy downpour is not in general. Indeed. Belafonte says, ouch, 47701 had a prang in 1982 and hit a freight train. That might be when it had the flush nose done. That is quite possible. This one's bent. What do we do? Make it flat. Leon says, I hope one day Train Sim World 5 makes a new Bakerloo. Well, we've got a Bakerloo. What do we need another one for? We've got 2 Bakerloos. About to have 3. And tunnel work is monster difficult. You are correct, Hubert. Hannah 70 says the 72 stock is still used on a Bakerloo. That's something I need to do on this trip, is actually ride the bloody Bakerloo. I couldn't last time because some dickhead set fire to a trash bin. So I didn't get to ride the Bakerloo, which was annoying. Robert says this is normal, you have to face in the direction you're shunting. We don't. You just drive backwards. Americans do that too, they just drive backwards. Wait for it, wait for it. Headlight doesn't seem to make much difference, does it? Right then. I think I'll have to go and couple it, won't I? Won't happen by itself. I was sitting there going, it'll happen by itself, but no. Am I close enough? There we go. Oi. Stay there. Stay there. Back we got the other end. This feels like more than a half-hour quickie to me. Feels like we've been here for a while. Whoops. You know what I didn't do? So I need to turn that off at this end first, I'm guessing. Oh, steps. Steps, thank you. I wouldn't have thought you'd have to isolate it. I would have thought you'd just flick it over to the change ends. But that's okay. We'll pretend it's alright. Right, now let's do that. Still can't do it, and that's probably because that's off. Right. Okay. Master key. There's marker lights somewhere. There they are. Master key. Why am I not in the chair? So you've released the brakes, put it in forwards, and you get to get off. Right. Yeah, it makes sense. We'll just leave you to roll away, okay? Yeah, I want to go this way. Where are we going, do you think? At least it didn't see that as a spad. Right, okay. Glod. You successfully made it out of bed. Well done, Benjamin. Richie Rail, hello. How are you? Hannah says, Leon Parson, I meant in real life that stock is used on the Bakerloo. I'd like to see another underground train with a newer train. All right, we're going to do another quickie. We've got time, and then I'll be going to bed because like I said, I am getting up at stupid o'clock. Come on, game. Let's go. We're all waiting for you. All right, what are we going to get this time? Leon has some flowers. Lots of people congratulating Benjamin for getting out of bed. It is a difficult thing sometimes. Ooh, the 422. Yeah, let's turn those off. Lights on. We want to unlock the doors. We want to get reverser in forwards. Passenger lights. Now we can unlock the doors. Window heating, no. Horn. Must be headlights somewhere. No? Headlights, high beam. No, that'll do. That's about all you do in this one, isn't it? The 422 is basically the same as a 430, isn't it? Yeah, it's almost exactly the same train. It's just got the older style of lights rather than the LED things. Where are we and where are we going? We're at Colne, okay. And where are we going? Stopping at a few places. Okay, we'd better find some safety systems though, hadn't we? So we want to turn on Buzz Buzz and Annoying Grandma. Buzz Buzz will of course bite me, because it always does, and that'll be fine. Alright, let's start getting doors locked. And away we go. Do that thing that German drivers never do. Blow the horn. Alrighty. Are you going to move, train? You are going to move. Wow. Leon says new train in London is here. Not on Bakerloo, I don't think. It's on another line. Melbourne train guy says, okay, it's going to be a German run. Well, of course. We've done America. We've done England. Now we're doing Germany. It's just natural. We are still under monitoring because I refuse to release, because real drivers don't. Trucking into a sausage sarnie, says Richie Rail. Fair enough. Good plan. Richie forgot it was nighttime here. Well, it's almost morning. 480 studio, hello to you. Good evening. Belaphon says, can't be asked to work on the 47 anymore today. Got a headache from working shit out. I am not surprised. Leon says, don't crash your train or went past a red light. Well, hopefully not. And we're out of monitoring now as well, but there's no point speeding up because we're stopping. think I just heard Sifa go off then. Alrighty, loading the passengers. Are anybody getting on? No. Get in the train. There's a few in there at least. Better than sometimes. I meant to stay out here while I was locking the doors then, and I failed. That's okay. Colin Renfield coming up. It's very quiet in here, isn't it? That's a bit better. Just get this thing back below 80 before PZB does. Start going over the overpass that's going over the underpass. We have a stuck plane and another one about to crash into it. And bang! Nope, gratuitous bridge shot coming up. There we go, gratuitous bridge shot. Seemed necessary at the time. That's 3 levels of tracks, isn't it? I don't think that new train's going on Bakerloo, Leon. It's for something else. Telephone says, don't think you've ever driven this, the 422. Well, it's kind of like a 430, which is what's coming in the new route, but it hasn't got LED lights. That's about it. Florian says, this new timetable looks great. Hope to enjoy it one day on the PS5. That would be excellent. Mind you, we're assuming we're in the new timetable. Who knows what it picked? Because it's a quickie, it could have picked the old one. Leon says, you want all people come in train, make no space like Metro Train Japan. Do you know, it's in my experience in riding around Japan last year, it wasn't actually that crowded, even in rush hour, to be honest. That'll do. Doors open. In you get, Germans. Get in the train or I'll do something scary. Alright, don't get in the train then, see if I care. You missed out. You're walking all the way to the back, you missed your train. Off we go to the Kollen-Mungersdorf Technology Park number 2. That PIS is close to the train, isn't it? Hannah says the planes are acting like the TSW passengers. Yeah, they do. Hello, Maddie Lynn. How are you? Florian says, what was that? Yes, plane bang. 1.5 to Kollen-Mungersdorf and Sifa. And going too fast, but that's normal for me. Better start slowing down though, because we have only got a kilometre to go to Mungersdorf. Richie Rail says, oh no, not the planes again. The plane, boss, the plane! Oh, hang on. The plane, boss, the plane! It had to be done. It's not my fault. It's Chicken Yol. Hello. Hello to Singapore. I haven't been to Singapore for a very long time. 1990, maybe? 91? Not sure. Something like that. It's been a very long time. Belaphon says, I think the new TFL stock is for Piccadilly. That rings a bell, so yeah, you're probably right. Ziffer. It's funny, I sat down to record a tutorial for the 430 and I hopped in and went, this train's not new. I've driven this before. But no, it is new. And yes, I have driven it before. My train is displaying not in service, is it? Well, that would explain why no one gets in. Is it that one? Zug 1. Zug 1. I'm just making this up. I assume that'll do it. Let's have a look. There we go. No, we're still displaying. That's probably still not in service, isn't it? I don't care. That would explain why no one gets in, though. No, this isn't the S-Bahn, it's Chicken Yol. I would get my nuts chopped off, cooked, and be made to eat them if I was showing the S-Bahn today. I'll be showing the S-Bahn, I think, on Monday night. I think will be S-Bahn. Florian said it might even be the original timetable because it's BR422. Yeah, I think it might be. As we rocket off with German efficiency. But hang on, we're almost on time. Couldn't be a German train. German train's on time if it turns up, doesn't matter what time it is. Richie would love to go to Singapore. Chocky says this is Colin Arkin. Yes, it is. Leon says, why does that train sound like a 710? Because lots of trains sound the same. Chocky is back. Welcome back. Richie says 1990 would have been -10. Yep. Chocky Transport says the 24 stock is for Piccadilly. There you go. Lots of us think that now, so that's good. It's Chicken Yol says, I wish we had various train network. We just have the Metro MRT. But you don't have chewing gum. You need chewing gum to have trains properly. Chocky says the 72 stock in the bakery is alright, but the graffiti is so terrible in every single one. But ignoring that, it's like a working heritage line with pendolinos going past. Yeah, if I do get to the UK this year, I will ride the damn thing this time. I had grand plans last time, but watered. I've got a better bag than last time. I've got a bag that turns into a backpack. So it's a wheelie bag for in the airport, and when you're going through customs, because, you know, they don't like seeing a backpack. And the rest of the time, it's a backpack. Ziffer. It's Chicken Yol's been to the UK once 2 years ago, and you love the UK trains. That's cool. I did quite enjoy the UK train network, although I have to admit the £2 buses were attractive, but I don't think that's on anymore, is it? You've got to pay proper fares now. I want to visit the railway that Jamie works at, because I think that would be good to go there and spend a day with him on the railway. Assuming he wants to. He seems to be interested. Didcot. Probably go up to North Yorkshire Moors again, but this time I'll go around the other way. It does. Oh, there's people getting on down the back. Look at that. Wow. I don't know that the old 72 train stock is going, Leon. I think we're all pretty much in agreement it's not. Richie Rail says you're very close to 7K. Am I? Have a look. Let's have a look. Look at YouTube. And YouTube Studio. And it would help if I looked at the right account. 6998. Wow. And funnily enough, my whinging video is my most popular one. Isn't that funny? Ziffer. Colin Whedon next. It's Chicken says, wow, this train is long. It's not bad for a German commuter train. I think it's two of them joined together. And we should probably already start slowing down, or we're going to go straight through this station, and German doesn't have a word for Nebworth. So we'll just brake really hard. It'll be fine. Chocky says, a really good bag, indeed. Two more people to hit 7,000 subscribers. If you're not subscribed, chuck us a subscribe. Alrighty, let's get the doors open at Cornweden. Fortunately, German trains hold the brakes with the doors open. Hannah Scott says it's capped at £3 now for the buses. That's still pretty good. Chocky says you might see that Dancing Queen when you come to the UK. Benjamin says still discounted, just gone up at quid. Richie says $2.50 flat, sorry, £2.50 flat rate most places. If you do North Yorkshire Moors, let you know. I think I probably will do North Yorkshire Moors if I get there. It'd be good. I don't know if I'll ride the Azuma down again though. It was quick, but it was very uncomfortable. And it was a lot of money. Fresh and Coningsdorf. I actually kind of like the trains that stop everywhere too. Two more, yes. Leon says, wait and see. Off we go to Frechen Coningsdorf. More power. Ziffer. Isn't this weird? I'm behaving myself on this train. Is this the 423? I think it's the 422. Might go up to Swindon as well. Just so I can make fun of them for taking 6.5 weeks to plan a shunt. Planned it to every detail they did. Frechen Coningsdorf, next stop. It is pretty close to 7K, another milestone. It's always cool to hit the milestones. Just roll this last little bit. Richie shared it in the Discord. Thank you. If you're not subbed to Richie, he's a fellow ambassador and he is a remarkably funny individual, so you should go and give his channel a try and see what you think. Leon's riding a tram. Fair enough. I'm going to sub on your other account. Ah, thank you. It's Chicken Y'all. You're the 6,999th subscriber. It's kind of impressive. For something that I started back in 2020 because I was really bored during COVID. And it's just grown and grown. Off we go to Horham. Let's go, little train. We're allowed up to 140 now as well, which is pretty good. Keep the lever to the beaver. That sounds wrong. We'll leave that alone. Florian says Hochspeyer on the Ludwigsbahn is your German Nebworth. You've flown through there twice, once in each direction. Excellent. Well, I'll be in danger of flying through Horham. Whoops, Sifa. If I go look at this channel count, which apparently 7,002. Cool. I'll have to share that somewhere. Whoops, going too fast, going too fast. Come on, slow down before PZB bites me. That's better. Zifa. Let's flick back to the channel. 7,002. That is quite amazing, really. Thank you, folks. Benjamin's brain in a jar says Swindon is a proper shithole. Apologies to anyone that lives there. And woohoo says it's Chicken York. I suspect one of you lot did that, rather than me. Leon's going to ride the tram to Glenelg. Fair enough. Chicken All loves train content. I quite like making it, so that's good. That's convenient. Don't know why my mouse went the wrong way then, but, you know, whatever. Almost at Horham. Richie Rail's very close to 4K. Excellent. Richie's been growing very well. You're on TikTok too, aren't you, Richie? So if you're on TikTok, look him up there as well. I'm not. I'm too old and strange for TikTok. And I feel like this could potentially... No, saved it, I think. Remarkable brakes on this train. Quite safer. Where else are we going with this one? Sindorf, that will be the last stop. And that will be the last stop for the stream too, because getting up soon. Hannah says I have 47 subscribers, but it's devoid of any content. It's often the way. People subscribe to empty channels. I've never figured out why, but they do. Did I just open the left-hand doors? Just have a faint suspicion I hit the wrong button. I did, look at that. I'm an idiot. Alrighty, off we go to Sindorf. We're almost on time. This is unheard of. Alright, full fang, let the computer deal with it. It'll be fine. What could go wrong? Chucky just got 700. Very good. You were looking forward to that. Belaphon subbed on your other account. Thank you. Chucky says I tried subscribing on his other account, but you already had. Well, thank you. Yeah, I subscribe to people on my alt as well. My alt is my real name, so if you see that turn up somewhere, you'll know what it is. Ah, a yellow signal. Let's watch PZB get me, shall we? that does work. You can just hold the thing as you go through the signal. Let's get it down to 85. That'll do. Zephyr. Melbourne train guy says I had 224, but now have to climb back up again from 0. Yes, that happens when you kill your account. Someone brought up on my channel, actually it might have been in my Discord, that German drivers hold the PZB as they go through the signal. So I've been trying it in Train Sim World, and it does seem to work on most trains. Get below 25 and stay there as we run up to the red. Zephyr having a last chance to bite me, but not today, Zephyr. Not today. Righto, Sindorfer's is. Doors opening. Any moment now. And that's it. Glod. Slight speeding, not too bad. Anyway, that's it for today because I have to get up in a few hours. I will be streaming the new one, the S-Bahn, which I'll have to reinstall after I finish this. Is it Monday night or is it Tuesday night? I'm not sure, but I'll be streaming it on one of those nights. I'll put a thing up for it so that you know what night it's coming. I am going to stream it from the Xbox X because I want people to see what the console people are getting. So I think there'll be plenty of other ambassadors running it from the PC, so I want to run it from a console. Because I think it's going to be important to know how it looks on console, how it plays on console, because it does have 40% less services on the console, which is I think not great, to be honest. It actually makes me a bit sad. And, yeah, not happy. Yeah, Richie is on TikTok. Leon loves TikTok. Of course you do. You're a kid. Belaphon says 406. Very good. That's almost 500, so you're almost in the new monetization realms. Leon says cool on TikTok. Benjamin says enjoying some cappuccino fudge with your cappuccino coffee. That still counts as breakfast, right? Yes, of course it does. Door sounds like tram, says Leon. Peter Young says it's called Hope. I think that one day they'll post something. Oh, we'll see. Hannah Scott, Zephyr, yes. Benjamin says looks like a ghost town. Yeah, we'll find out. Melbourne Train Guy says, nice stream. Thank you very much. And we shall see you on the next one. See you later, Florian. Have fun, folks. And I'm off, hopefully, to sleep and then get up at 4:45 so that I can do a firing run to Gembrook. At least I've got a trainee tomorrow. So I've got a mechanical stoker. I don't have to shovel. Yes. I'll take my shovel anyway in case he doesn't turn up or he hurts himself or something. Because I use my big shovel, not the train's little tiny shovels. Anyway, have fun, folks. Enjoy yourselves, and see you later. Bye.